So these are the colors that we are using today. All of these are of the Blick brand with the exception of the gold and the white. Take a look at the consistency really quickly. And so this paint is very deceiving. It's rather thick, but it flows very freely from the stick and it leaves a mound. So you're going to see the trace last for a few seconds and then it's gone. So all of my paints are pretty much the exact same consistency. And I'll show you one more just for S&Gs. And here's my satin enamels and Artist Loft Flow mixed together. So it's the same consistency, but just a touch thinner. Mostly, obviously, the acrylic flow. Let me get my, let's see. So you can see it flows a bit easier from the stick and the mound doesn't last as long. Welcome, my friends. This is the Feel Good Pouring Station, Painting Station. I'm so happy to have you. My name is Garrick Brown, and this is Garrick Brown Art Studio, and I'm back with another video. Today, I have some amazing paints mixed up, and this piece actually looks like a geode to me. I think you're going to really enjoy it. A few things don't go as planned, but that's always the case with fluid art. Let's jump right in and get started, and we'll talk later. This is a 12 by 24, and you probably remember this piece. I'm over it at this point, so I'm going to pour over it. And I want to go for a bit of negative space, so I think I'm going to use this custom mix color as in the cup, but also as a base to create some negative space. Today we're using a chambered cup. I don't have a cup with a spout right now without this, so it's not needed. And we're just going to start out with a little white in the bottom. Not too much because it will overpower. And we're going to pour our gold in. Oh, look at our cup, y'all. That is freaking pretty. Wowee, baby. Gonna take some of this color and pour in the center here. All right, let's pour this bad boy out. trying to start forming some rings here as I get closer to the canvas.
Oh, I always love when the white comes out of the bottom.
Perfect. What a spectacular pour so far. Oh man. We got some of the cloud kind of popping up a little bit here and there. So we're going to use our torch for air bubbles. Very few air bubbles because this paint has been sitting for days. I mixed this up, but I've been really busy with school and some other things going on and jobs, so there weren't a ton of bubbles in the paint. So I'm working with acrylic, so I have a little bit of time before this starts to dry, but ideally we want to pull to each corner and back to the center to see where the center of the weight of our paints are, and then we'll kind of go from there. Things and clouds to pour up. So right now I'm just going to do a little bit of tilting to see how this flows. Every pour is different, at least for me. Every pour is different. And with these type of pours, you got to have some patience. So I will let you know when I speed things up. But now we're just trying to get these little spaces covered in slowly but surely. Oh, you can already see the rings opening up beautifully. It almost looks like a digital geoid. And you can see I don't have a lot of paint really rolling over. That's because I'm being patient. If I didn't, we would see some of these rings roll over. And, you know, of course we're going to lose some of our rings, but we don't want to lose any that we don't need to lose. Y'all see those waves? Oh my goodness. Oh, look, it's almost a heart. Ah, I'm falling in love. Jesus. Y'all know me with my sound effects. If you meet me in real life, you're going to get those same sound effects. Slow and steady wins the race. I want to make sure that my blue is going to easily flow, so I'm adding some down here. I'm going to bring it back some. I don't want my clouds to get too stretchy. And then I'm going to pull back. Y'all, this literally looks like a geoid in my eyes. You have the gorgeous rings, and I tried to keep some of that blue on the outside for the negative space and to really give you some of those beautiful curves. So let's talk about this area, because I've never had this happen before. But what actually happened, I'm 99% sure, what I said about 5-10 minutes ago about the paint not drying, that's exactly what happened. As I was tilting, I saw some ridges and creases where the paint had started to dry, which made the paint have like an obstacle, which then created these beautiful ripples. But I am not mad. Like, this is so freaking beautiful. Like, the rings are there, but the ripples distorted the rings to some degree, but it's just like, it's psychedelic. Then you have the gorgeous satin enamels in the middle, and it's really pretty. I think I do want to pull it back just a little bit this way to tighten this part up. Let's try to bring this back in just a little bit. You can see we didn't waste a whole lot of paint. This will be good for our sides, which we don't have a lot to cover. I'm so thrilled about that, because covering sides can cause anxiety on a pretty piece. This is going to be so easy to fix. All right, we're gonna scrape our bottoms to avoid those drips. Okay, so we have some air bubbles that are popping. Look at this little area. I love that. And then all the rings. And we have it again at the corner. And these big chunks of white. So calming. I do wish I had a little bit more color in the white, but it probably will show it once it dries. Now, I am sad that we lost so much of our pink. It got swallowed up, which is not surprising. And I'm a little worried that this might dry a bit dark, but we will see. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate the support. So you probably haven't seen the last of this piece. I am definitely going to embellish it. It did not dry perfectly, but hey, you gotta roll with the punches. So as I close this video, I want to remind you to do every single thing with love. Treat your friends, your family, and even your enemies with love. Also, don't forget to like, ring that bell, and subscribe to my channel. It's free to you and it helps me out tremendously. Well, I've said all I know, so it is time to go. I will see you in another video very soon. Have an amazing, productive day.